KR plus grants.
Hello, testing. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for having us here. My name is Ronnie. I'm a business consultant from SNEF. So today I'll be sharing with you on this EWTP or newly launched schemes. It stands for Enterprise Workforce Transformation Package. Hope the echo is okay. You hear me? Before I begin, maybe I can invite you all to help me do a quick poll on your current business challenges. Then from now on, we can actually introduce a little bit more how is the grant you can better tap on it. So could we just take a quick 60 seconds really to share a little bit about your current business challenges? Okay, thank you. So quite a number of you have responded. So you can see from here, we have a top 3, which is clear job roles structure. This is probably one of the main challenges that you have faced in your company, followed by process efficiency, in-house capability. So if you're facing these challenges, we want to show you from SNEF that you're not alone. We have done this for many other talks. We've seen the similar patterns. And you might find that EWTP will share with you that you can tap on will benefit you. In terms of workforce transformation, I think there's a little echo, so I try to stand a little bit. Okay. So, a little bit background first about EWTP. It has been launched early this year and it was announced by PM Wong last year. And this year again by Mr. Tan. So, the key messages have been quite consistent. We talk about workforce, manpower challenges, and also skill set shortages and skill set. These are actually issue that not temporary issue. It's actually increasingly becoming a structural issue. That means the way we work has changed quite a fair bit. So because the way we work has changed quite a fair bit, you can see that this grant, right, is more. Okay, so here we have a report from World Economic Forum, and the report shows that close to 40% of the skill set, close to 40% skill set here. These are the skill sets that essential skill set own. Close to 40% of critical core skills. Okay, is going to actually evolve for change in the next 5 years. And more than 6 out of 10 companies have mentioned that skill set is a major barrier to their business transformation. So what this means to employer is that job redesign is no longer nice to have, it's a must-have in order to future-proof their businesses. So more and more companies are under pressure now. This is a survey done by our SNEF. So this survey was published in Straits Times, December last year, and more companies are under pressure because 6 out of 10 companies mentioned that they're going to actually have a headcount freeze. So because of the headcount freeze, right, they're going to actually have the same number of headcount, have to actually shoulder the same number of headcount have the shoulder growth. So because of that reason, right, they are facing more and more pressure. 8 out of 10 companies are facing a rising manpower cost. So it's very hard for companies to redeploy their manpower to go for reskilling upskilling. So it's not surprising that 3 out of 10 companies manage to do some form of workforce transformation redesign. It doesn't mean that 7 out of 10 companies don't need it, but this company actually have no chance to do a job redesign because they are facing under pressure. So because of that, SNEF see this pattern in this company. They understand the problem the company is actually going through. We introduce this EWTP. Now EWTP, you can see that for SNEF, right, we have been the program partner for the last 3 years. We have onboarded more than 700 companies, and we have successfully onboarded more than 700 companies. This year we have been reappointed against an anchor program partner, and the scope has been expanded from transform job roles to strengthen workforce capability, now to include improved business productivity. And we also have this complementary program. So today, right, we share with you EWTP. Later on, we can give you, if you have a chance, you please you might want to actually find out more on other program. We have a career conversion program. We also have a part-time re-employment grant. So come and talk to us if you need to actually find out about how this other program can complement EWTP. Now, the good news is that this grant, right, it can be actually applied through one simple application channel. So that means to say that enterprises today, you don't actually have to worry about the administrative burden or the cost that you might incur to get your staff to actually apply the different schemes. So this is actually one of the advantage of this EWTP today. Now, a lot of companies might actually ask us, what is the value of this job redesign? So here you see that this might look like a standard list, but this is actually the reason why companies come to us in the first place to help them with the job redesign, because in the past they have onboarded more than 700 companies successfully for the job redesign. So just give you some example. The first one here is that with job redesign, you can see that company can actually get their job role become clear and their job role become updated. Because of that, actually it helps to drive the business growth. And second one we look at here is that some of the company, they might need to actually hire staff to do a new to have a new skill. Now with job redesign, right, it actually helps the current staff to acquire multi-skills in order to address their manpower needs. So that is actually one of the values of job redesign you can see. Again, because of job redesign, it helps the job become a better fit. And with that, right, it actually helps company to retain quality talents. Now we all know that the cost of hiring can be 3 to 5 times more than the cost of retention. So for that reason, the job redesign come in to help company to not only retain talent but also make it more attractive. Next thing here is that because of job redesign, it helps company to identify which are the processes that are actually laborious, repetitive. That actually helps company to adopt the technology and AI tools more effectively. And again, with job redesign, it helps to make the processes, it helps company to identify the processes to be streamlined. Naturally, that actually helps with productivity. For example, we talk about companies are able to increase their turnaround time, reduce wastages, and even increase customer loyalty. So these are the reasons why companies come to us in the first place for job redesign. This has been quite this has been quite a question for many organizations. They want to know, right, whether they are eligible for this job redesign, this new scheme at EWTP. Because in the past, our PSGGR is only 30%, but now the quantum has increased more than double. So the good news here is that this scheme actually is quite more lenient. We use a formula S31. It means to say that if your organizations, as long as it's a Singapore registered with a valid UEN,
you are re-eligible. We even have a private banking institution recently came to us and headquarters switched Geneva. And they are able to apply because they have a registered entity in Singapore. So S must have a Singapore registered entity with a valid EM. 31 here means that as long as your company has a 3 headcount with either Singaporean or PR, and 1 here means that at least 1 recent month of CPF contribution, and you're re-eligible. The only difference here you're talking about is the funding quantum. SME, the funding quantum is up to 70%. And the definition SME, you got less than 200 employees and 100 million turnover, less than 100 million turnover per annum. MNC is the other way around. So the funding quantum for SME is 70% and MNC is 50%. And another good thing you might want to take note is that this funding is based on net fee model. In the past, a lot of hassle involved. You need to apply and then you need to reimburse the claim. But this one, straightforward, net fee. So you only need to make payment for the portion that you have to co-pay with the government. And for us as SNEF, we will administer the fund. We will pay straight to the panel consultant like ELITC. So that's the main difference between SME and MNC. Another good news here is that the portion that you need to co-fund, you can actually use the SFEC. So if you heard of SFEC, a lot of organizers, right? SkillsFuture Enterprise Credits, expiring this year, 30th November. So if you still have it, you can use it. If not, then the good news here is that after 30th November, effective 1st December, the government will actually top up for your company. So you can actually use it again for the project. Okay. So now I'm getting to the funding components. Now very quickly, there are altogether 3 components here. The first component is workforce consultancy. Now, assuming that your companies have a pain point, the product engineer, they are now, their job role now is quite repetitive and a lot of laborious manual tasks. Assuming that, so we will invite panel consultant experts like ELITC. They'll come in and then they will look through your current job role, they will review it, then they will map it to the baseline competency. So this example, they will draw reference from industry benchmark framework. Example, this is actually from skills framework. They'll look through the job roles and responsibility. Inside the desired attribute, for example, it comes with the critical work functions, each will be the corresponding key tasks. Every single task, the standards also indicate what will be the technical competency, the proficiency level, along with the critical core skills. So the panel consultant come in, they will map it to the baseline competency. Then they will also find out from you, right? Do you need any future ready competency? So here you study the trend. Now the trend for electronic sector, for example, you talk about AI, Internet of Things, data analytics, robotic automations. These are some of the skill sets that are needed. Now this also can be added to the future ready competencies in the job role. So once this is done, then the panel consultant will do a review of the work processes. So the work processes here is to understand which part of the processes highly laborious and manual, and then they will come in and they will see how they can actually automate these processes using AI tools. For example, some of the companies might use an ecosystem like Microsoft Copilots, Google Gemini Workspace, or even Anthropic Cloud. So the first component, it will co-fund up to 70% for SME and then up to 1 year subscription fee for the AI tool automation. Okay, so let's take a look at example here. Let's say your product engineer needs to reduce the repetitive work by using AI tool like this, Copilot, email automation, document automation, spreadsheet, meeting automation. And this is where they can actually come in to test bit the software and to see whether it actually fits into your company business model, okay, for up to 1 year. The first component, the cap is 50,000, which means to say usually we recommend company to start small. So let's just say that if you only utilize 20,000, you can continue to apply the project again, okay, until you exhaust the cap. And this is per UEN. So some company, they might have more than 1 UEN, so they can apply again using a different UEN. Okay, so after the job redesign is done, company can now go into the second one, capability building. And this is by far the most important, because the purpose of this EWTP is to help organizers to create a sustainable growth and scalability. In order to do that, you need to build in-house capability. So the government understand that to build in-house capability, the capability must be owned in-house. Here we will have panel consultant expert like ELITC. Now they come in again, they will train your in-house staff, like HR personnel or even line manager, to do job redesign themselves. So once they know how to do job redesign, they will go on to actually redesign other roles. And I just give you an example only. For product manager, right? This is how the career map looks like. Now if you have a product manager here, and this person already know how to do job redesign, it will help the company to redesign adjacent role. So it can be those row around this row, the top, the side, or the bottom. You can see the arrow. There are some transferable skills here. Okay, you can even go into the management track. Okay, so once the job redesign is actually done by this his own in-house, you can see that slowly the company can scale up to do redesign for the rest of the world. And that actually helps the company to stay relevant, updated, which I mentioned just now, the finding from the World Economic Forum, it shows that 40% of critical skills are going to change and evolve in the next 5 years. So things are evolving, job roles are evolving. And therefore, the only way to become competitive and also sustainable is to do the redesign continuously. Now, another good thing about this second component is that they have this thing called change management. And this one is very valuable for most organizations, because you all know that we can introduce any form of changes in the company, but without change management, then it won't be as effective. So the change is defined as when there is a transfer, when there is a transfer of knowledge and skills plus the attitudinal. So the change management here, where the funding will come in to co-fund the behavioral adoption. So panel consultant expert are here, ITC again. They'll come in and introduce a framework to help you and help your organization's staff, right, to actually embrace the new role, okay, from the existing to the new role. And that's why this second component, the quantum, is a little bit higher, is 60K. Okay. Once you have done your job redesign and you have built in-house capabilities, then only it makes sense to go to the third component. And the third component essentially is just an enabler, which means to say is without first and second component, company cannot apply the third component independently. So it has to coexist with the first or second one or both. So it makes sense because without a clear job role, without established in-house capability, we cannot actually use workforce technology solutions component, right, to attract and retain our talents. Because the third component is meant to maximize your retention and talent attractions. So how does the third component work? It is actually meant for company to use as a data-driven workforce planning platform. So in today's AI age and automation IT age, we talk about speed and accuracy. So in order to make informed decisions, you can actually write on this grant to subscribe to software and platform that actually allow you to make data-driven decisions. As long as it helps you to strengthen your human capital capabilities or workforce capabilities. So here I give you an example. Let me see. So there are many software currently in the market now. This is just one example of the product that is available in the market. With this platform, you can see that it gives you a visibility. Every single division, it will show you a heat map of all the headcounts that has the corresponding skills on the left. So for example, the customer success, the first division, 5 of them actually have planning, prioritization, and time management. So the intensity is actually shown by the shaded area. By one look, the management or the HR can actually make a decision how to redeploy your manpower resources. So that's the beauty of these workforce technology solutions. Okay, and again, some organizations will use this to do performance appraisals. So they will be able to see, they will use this platform to help their staff to do cell rating and supervisor rating, and then they can monitor the progress of their staff in terms of the percentage of the skills and competency that is being acquired. Okay, so for this third component, it is funded up to 90,000, co-pay up to $90,000. And why is this component the highest amount? Because it takes into considerations that you are not subscribing to the software only, but also you are including some form of customizations and personalizations to your company business model. Okay, so it includes the service that's needed, professional service needed to do the integration. So in a nutshell, these 3 components is capped at $150,000 per UEN, and this can actually can blend with our other programs and grants like career conversion program, which helps to unlock some of the salary support. Maybe some of you might have heard before, career conversion program. There are many types of career conversion program. One of it is actually human capital professional. So it can help you to unlock the salary so that you can actually help to defray the cost that you need to co-pay. Another one is a part-time reemployment grant. So if you have mature workers or older workers, then you can also eligible for the grant. And feel free to talk to us because we bring along our brochure and handout to also share with you, and you can find out more from us after this. So the EWTP in a nutshell is to focus on your workforce transformation and your human capital capabilities development. Now, one more thing we want to share here is that if you don't know how to start, where to start, you don't know whether you should commit the resources, and if you don't want to jump straight to the solutions, we have this complimentary business advisory provided by SNEF, and we have actually supported quite a number of organizations on this already. So there are 3 building blocks we can help you, so that you don't have to straight away commit resources. We help you to get some clarity first. The first one here is that we're going to help conduct enterprise diagnosis. We will help you to, perhaps you want to understand your business direction first, you understand your strategy goal first, and we measure it against these 4 domains: financial, customer, processes, and people. So once we understand your strategy goals, your directions, the next thing here is that we will use the human capital development tool to actually help you measure your human resource maturity level. This one you can actually do it free on your own, online, offered by Institute for Human Resource Professionals. But on our end here, we help you to interpret the report so that you can actually prioritize which is the workforce transformation that you want to do first. In short, you don't want to do everything at once. Okay, so you want to prioritize first. And the first one, which is the direction, right? Without a clear direction or destination, your workforce transformation become a guesswork. So that's why we provide this complimentary to help you gain clarity. Now the third one here is that we also help you to assess your workforce readiness. So this one tie back to the first one. Without knowing, right, which roles you do job redesign, what are the competencies are needed by this job role, and which are the people that you want to put at, because you want to put the right people at the right place at the right time. So you need those right people to have the right competencies. And this is where we come in to help you to measure whether they have the right competency, and if they really have this skill set. We also work with WHG and SSG by matching your workforce to the right funded programs. In fact, SNEF, we also have our own in-house corporate learning center that actually offer these public run programs, and most of these are also subsidized. So these are actually the complementary that business advisory can provide you. And once you come to us, we help you to gain clarity, then you will refer you back to ELITC. Yeah. Then you still work with ELITC. So in a nutshell, for your enterprise workforce transformation journey, SNEF, we will support you from end to end, together with our panel consultant, ELITC. So if you come to us, we help you to diagnose, prelim diagnose, so that you have some clarity. Then, if you like, you can also go straight to ELITC. If you already know the issues that you want to actually handle, the priority, then ELITC, their consultant, will help you to do a deep dive. And thereafter, they will help you to put up a proposal. So if you have an impression that it's very taxing, also thorough to complete the proposal, then you'll be relieved to know that this proposal will be done by your panel consultant. They are ELITC, they will help you to fill up and justify the report. But then you will have to use your Corpus to actually submit the applications using the Business Grant Portal. And once this is done, you come to SNEF, we review it, and today we have our Assistant Chief Executive here. She also shared just now that this grant application can happen as fast as 3 days. So if you can actually have a clear key activities and the deliverables, immediately we can help you to process it, and it can be executed within 3 days period. And then from there on, we can restart your project. We will make the first tranche payment to our panel consultant, and against the net fee model. So if you're SME, you get less than 200 employees, you only need to pay in 2 milestones. The first milestone, you pay upfront before the project starts, and then the second milestone is when everything is completed and the supporting documentation is provided to us. So if you find it difficult to know where to start, how to start, and whether you should commit your resources upfront, you can talk to us. Feel free to talk to us. We will be happy to help you. And importantly here is that many organizations will apply for EWTP. They also apply other complementary grants, which I mentioned earlier, to help you defray your the cost of this project. Yeah. So basically, this is what I've shared. Thanks.
So far, any questions for Mr. Ronnie? Never mind. If no questions, never mind. Just look for your elite. My team, we will give you all the details explanation on this. Yeah. My team will be. We all can look for Sharon. We know Sharon, Li Jin, Mr. New, of course, my boss lah. We all is the team to handle this consulting things. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ronnie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a 3 minutes or 5 minutes toilet break so that to let Mr. Ruben to send out his presentation slide, then we continue from there. Okay? Oh, yeah. If you all have any question, also can email to Mr. Ronnie or to us, then we'll pass it to him also. Can? Yes, thank you. Just a 5 minutes break. We'll go for the toilet break.